this one's kind of heavy. Fuck. Oh, that could have been so bad. Alright, we have an unboxing to do now. Hello friends, and welcome to the very humble beginnings of my garage here in California. I kind of just started setting it up this week. I got this little welding cart. I brought my table from Michigan with me in the truck, and the only thing missing from my little at-home fab setup is the welder, of course, which brings me to the star of the show. Today's unboxing is going to be a new welder, and then I'm going to try it out, give you guys my first impressions, and then play around with it a ton to mess with the settings, figure it out. So with all of that being said, let's get into the unboxing. First of all, let's start off by talking about this heavy duty packaging here. We got a wooden crate for this welder, which when it showed up today at the shop, the guys and I were very impressed with. So I just thought that was pretty nifty. Oh yeah. Oh, we're so close. Ow! There we go. Ta-da! A box within a box. Spin this bad boy around. So we got a little owner's manual action going on. There it is. Oh no. I mean, not oh no, it's just bigger than I thought. I wonder if it fits on my welding cart that I just bought. I guess we will see. Ugh. Oops. Okay. Welder. This is my first peek at this machine, other than online photos and whatnot. So for some reason, I definitely thought it was gonna be smaller, which again, not an issue at all. It is off the bat, I guess maybe around the same size as the 225X. I don't know why I thought it was smaller. I guess photos can be deceiving or something. Lift with your back, not your knees. I got this. Okay. Step one is done. Oh man, it does not fit. Well, it does, just certainly not how it's supposed to. But you see what I mean with the drawers? It's just so convenient. There's like little squares in the top one. Oh, what a buzzkill, dude. Good morning, friends. So last night my camera died, and then I was just like kind of pooped after work, so I decided to take a time out. We're gonna pick it back up today, but first I need to go and pick up a new argon tank because I have a tiny little small one that I brought from Michigan with me. However, since I've been welding more and more,
I didn't realize how fast I would run through that small little bottle. So I'm gonna go pick up a bigger one now. Yeah, we're gonna go pick up a new bottle and then we're gonna get back into unboxing and setting up the new PrimeWeld machine. All right, we have secured the bag and now I'm gonna figure out how to strap it down so that it's not wiggling and jiggling around back here. So let's do that real quick. This should be good. It's a little, what's the word I'm looking for? Ghetto rigged, but should get the job done. Oh man. All right, we are back in the garage. I picked up the tank this morning. It is chilling over here. I somehow got it out of my truck, which if you have never lifted one of these before, they are freaking heavy. So here is the little setup thus far. I definitely should have got some zip ties at Home Depot. I was not thinking, just for wire and cord management, that is essential, and I will be doing that in the near future. Here is an up close of all the controls, although from the get-go I will tell you I do not use all this fancy stuff. I use AC frequency, balance, current, and post flow. That is pretty much all I use, although it has like upslope, P current, downslope, end current, pre-flow, base current, pulses per second, pulse duty. So you can do all that with this machine. I just personally don't use it. So this is a AC DC machine. You can do TIG welding. You can also do stick welding with this machine. I also noticed that the on-off switch is on the front now as opposed to being on the back of the other machine. And then you can run a water cooler with this. I don't have one yet, although it would be super freaking handy. Especially at the shop, I do a lot of high amp stuff there, and having this, like, I drape it around my arm sometimes. Sometimes it just like falls across my body if I'm in weird positions, and this thing gets hot. So having a water cooler would be an awesome upgrade in the future. All right, so off the bat, I've noticed some upgrades and differences between the previous model and this one. First of all, fans on demand. Let's talk about it. The principle behind this is that the fans turn on when the machine needs to be cooled down. So when you first turn on the machine, it is silent, and that kind of caught me off guard, not gonna lie. However, I will say almost immediately after you start welding, the fans will kick on, and they are loud. Notably louder than the 225. Now, it's not necessarily a deal breaker, but it is something to be noted. I was riding the struggle bus a little bit, setting the machine up. That is not the machine's fault. It is fully my fault for not having too much experience with all of these variables and kind of starting from scratch, if you will. So when I would first strike up an arc, something really funky was happening, which I will explain later in the video. But once the arc was dialed and my puddle was growing and I was kind of good to go, the arc ran super smooth. The puddle's really smooth. Overall, I'd say it's a pretty great machine at kind of an incredible price point, and with the proper power setup, you can run much higher amps and work with thicker materials than the 225. So I think I have gotten the bugs worked out, which it wasn't really a bug, it was kind of user error. Shocker! I ended up adding like a second of pre-flow, and that kind of did it for me. I'm gonna add in a clip from my phone that I got the other day when I was messing around with this. I was having some struggles when I would strike up an arc at 66 amps, at 100 amps, at 120 amps. I don't even know how to explain it. like the arc kind of just like acted really confused and it didn't want to go straight to my piece. Now my table is grounded. My tungsten was sharp. I had the right amps going. I was just super confused as to what was going on. I ended up asking on the PrimeWeld Facebook group, which if you have a PrimeWeld and you have any questions, I would 10 out of 10 recommend posting it on there. The community of people on that page were super helpful with suggestions as to what to do. Although a lot of people were saying that they had never seen that before or didn't really know what the answer to that would be. I messaged PrimeWeld themselves. I messaged my welding teacher. I messaged basically a bunch of my welding related resources, and a lot of them had no idea what was going on. This machine is a high frequency start machine, and I don't believe you can turn that off. Correct me if I'm wrong. So some people were thinking that that had something to do with it. And today I came back after work. Like I said, got a little frustrated the other night when I was trying to figure this all out. So I just kind of had to step away for a second, and then I came back today and I added the pre-flow like I said, and that seemingly did the trick for me. So if you are in a similar situation, try adding some pre-flow, which might be common sense, you would think, but I don't know. This is my second time setting up a new machine that is also new to me. Never used this before, obviously. So yeah, that was my learning curve with setting this up. I haven't tried AC yet, so I haven't done aluminum, but that'll be coming up very shortly. I actually have this box that when I was back in Michigan taking lessons with Brett still, we cut this out with his laser cutter or plasma cutter. I think it was a plasma cutter. Anywho, we added my little initials on the sides, and on the top there's like slots for my snips, for my Sharpies, for my wire brushes. But I'm gonna finish welding this. We kind of just tacked it at the time because that's what we had time for. So I'll be giving this a go soon. I just got some 5356 filler in the mail so I can complete that project. This one that we were working on the past few days is definitely not my best work, and I'm a little hesitant to even show you because I'm not that happy with it. Although I have some plans to fix it, there are some things that I just cannot fix. So first of all, when you're doing a piece like this, and I'm wearing my gloves because it's still, oh, it's not that hot. Just kidding, it's a little hot. So metal, when you add heat to it, will distort. So if you are doing a thin, small piece like this, you are going to want to use a heat sink. And in the beginning of my time lapse, I was using a heat sink. However, I didn't have the right tools to properly remove the mill scale. So when I tried tacking it to the heat sink, I was having a lot of issues. And I have my little flap disc, and I thought that was going to do it for me, but it really didn't. So this is the heatsink that I should be using and will be using in the future. It is 3/8 thick, and it's mild steel. And what I'm going to do for next time is probably take this to the shop so I can use some of the sanders we have there. You can see my attempted tack marks. I knew it wasn't going well, clearly, but I just kind of pushed through it and kept going. So one of the tacks ended up popping. After that, I just decided, you know what, we're just gonna work with what we got, and we're gonna have a little wavy piece. And I thought that would kind of make it cooler since it's flames. But this corner up here where I tried retacking the corner down, and like, dude, I had my foot on this piece because I needed one hand for filler, one hand for the torch, and I had no spare hands to hold the piece down because, like I said, it popped and it already started distorting. So I had my foot up there. It was this whole thing. It obviously did not work out, and I like just made a massive mess in this corner. So I'm gonna crop it, if you will. I'm gonna take it to the shop and use a bandsaw and slice off the edges so you can't see the failed tacks. However, let me turn you around. Right here, right there, something fell onto the piece. I don't know if it was my torch or my glove or what, but the rubber started melting. And I tried to wipe it off as fast as I could, but I simply did not get to it in time. So there's an ugly smudge there. The corners are all kind of, you know, effed up a little bit. But here are my lines that I'm gonna crop it, and then I'll still have to deal with this ugly mess there. But the point of this piece in the first place was to get my machine dialed in and figure out the settings and whatnot. So I can't really be too mad at myself, although I am. I'm going to try not to be, because I can just like order more of these or make more in the future, which I plan on doing. But yeah, that was kind of a lot, but a lot has happened since we last talked. Overall, now that I have the machine working, I am so happy. I'm so thrilled. I can't wait to dive into more of the settings. I'm not a pulse girly. I'm not a upslope, downslope person. Maybe I will be in the future. Maybe I'll mess around with the settings some more, but there is so much to explore still on this machine, so stay tuned for more videos doing TIG welding stuff. If you have any like things that you would like to see in particular, or any questions, or if I can help in any way, let me know. Leave a comment down below. And yeah, again, a huge shout out to PrimeWeld for sending the new 325X over. After figuring things out, I am so happy with the machine. I'm really looking forward to using it more and getting to know it more, and then using what I have learned with this machine here and comparing it to my 225 that I have at the shop. I can give you a little comparison, if you will. But there's just so much more to explore and play with this machine in particular, and I personally am very excited. So with all of that being said, thanks for tuning into this video. If you enjoyed, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button down below. Again, leave any questions or things that you would like to see in the future, perhaps. I think this was a great way to kind of break in the new fab setup, the new garage. Like I said, soon there's going to be a project car behind me. I just gotta save up for that a little bit. But yeah. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!